Hey everyone, welcome back to another racing video. Today we are at Warden Law for round 2 of the KNE Championship. Now I am very sorry for how long it's actually taken to edit this video, considering that the next round is just around the corner at next weekend, but as you can tell from the title, we didn't get the best result in this round. However, the first race wasn't too bad, so at least I can leave in most of this, but let me know your thoughts on the second kart in the next heat, or indeed the final. Now what I am really happy for is actually the big grid that we are having again in both lightweights and heavyweights. As we can see, there is 26 on the grid here and we managed to qualify 9th. Which actually isn't too bad, and in these 26 is our normal faces, so the likes of Zach, Andrew. Keep an eye out for his new suit as well and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We've got Joe here, we've got Seb, which is the racing ref, but also we have gained some traction on our subscribers recently, so if you are in these videos, please make sure you leave a comment down below of which one you were. So sorry if I don't give you a shout out in this video. Now that the intro is out the way, let's get ready to the start of the race. So wait for the red lights to go out and we can get ready for another hectic lap 1. So making sure you use your body weight to get off the line, as everyone does, although we didn't get too bad of a start, but we didn't gain any paces. But if we do look a little bit ahead, we can see Zach has had a mare getting off the line there, losing a position or 2. And then we can see that nice shiny blue suit ahead with the Alonso helmet. There is Penfold looking all shiny and bright. Now somebody has just went off on the dog leg, do apologise, but not sure who it was at the time, but at least it wasn't me that took it off. Zach has managed to get on the inside here. Now we tried to follow him through, but we didn't have enough overspeed. We need to make sure that we go defensive going at the first centre, because we don't want to lose a space either. Now the person in the white suit and the white helmet was a little bit offline, however still managed to carry enough speed to get the overtake there on Zach. It puts me in a bit of an awkward position, thinking that I could manage to get in front of Zach before the chicane. However, that wasn't able to be done, so we're able to jump in behind Zach and then hopefully we can work together to move forward. I do go a little bit defensive going to gas west because again we don't want to lose any space on the first lap. Now lap 1's nearly done and we have made 1 position. And that's only because the span. But as for power, we do seem to be on par with the karts around us, so we just need to get our head down and try to benefit from them either making mistakes or indeed us suddenly going warp speed and acing every corner as we can. Now I didn't have much faith in this kart's top end speed. As we can see, I am defending on any long straight because we're just going to lose a position if we don't, but we are able to go around dogleg, which is one of my favourite bits, and we can get onto Zach's bumper or even not lose too much speed going around there. Now as we know from other videos, Zach is absolutely rapid, so he did actually qualify quite well. We saw him lose that space at the start, so if we are able to stick with him on this one, we're not doing too bad. Now we can see the karts in front of him are battling, putting each other offline, so we need to try to capitalise this on best we can. The person with the white suit and white helmet has managed to make that move stick, putting the guy with the white helmet offline. Zach's offline, I don't know where I need to go, so let's give him a little bit of a push down the straight here. Now we have just seen Zach have a good look who is actually behind him, seeing actually who will make a dive bomb. Very surprised didn't try and go more defensive, because I would have tried to use a dive bomb if I was that little bit closer, but it was probably for the best that we didn't, because there is a chain of karts behind me, and if we made any mistake that would have been everybody getting through. But now as we get onto the straight, we do get a good line coming off that last corner, so we can get a good gauge if how our top end is doing compared to the rest. Now we actually aren't losing any. We don't bother staying in any slipstream, as I don't think it makes too much difference when it's not too windy, but we are at least on the bumper of the karts in front, so we just need to see where they're going to make a mistake, and indeed if it's either going to be Zach that makes a move, or indeed if I'm going to get a move on Zach itself. Now as we go around St. John's, does look like Zach has some good speed. Maybe thought about going for the overtake going into the first centre with the kart in front, however went a little bit semi-defensive. The kart in front went offline. Can Zach make the move going into the chicane? Now he does think about it. There is that little bit of a space, although it's just caused a little bit of traffic. Where should I go? I didn't want to lose too much speed, so I thought going all the way around the outside might have been the best option. There is a kart right behind us as well. Zach did go for the overtake. How we managed to follow through, although the car behind decided that they also wanted that space. We all go 3 wide. Now you can see here I am full left lock and the car on the outside to go in the grass, so very sorry, but as you can see I was full left trying not to hit you. And although you may have lost a couple of spaces, I also did lose a couple as Dan managed to make the move on me as well. And a quick thumbs up to the marshal there because I did get a contact, which fair dues. Now something I don't understand what happens here, that cart in what Dan's just overtaken suddenly just turned left and I don't know why. If you are watching, can you please let us know, because I started giggling for no reason because I think, why did it turn left on a right hand corner? In fact, let's take an action replay. So as we can see, there's a little bit of contact there, then suddenly you just thought, oh, I'm just going to go left. But never mind, at least we're getting another space back, so thank you very much Dan for making that room. Now because of all that drama, we have lost quite a bit of space to the carts in front. We do need to try to make moves as fast as we can. Dan did qualify a little bit further behind than us, but he's done an amazing job to make this kart work for him. Now we do make sure he goes offline there, so we are able to get the switch back, going back into the chicane. Textbook move done. And now we have to chase down Zach a bit, but as we can see, the karts that we're battling with before have gone into the distance. We can see the nice shiny blue suit of Penfold as well. Now if anything, we know fine well Penfold can defend, so we'll see exactly what's going to happen once they get stuck behind them. Now quick jump ahead, getting on to lap 8, we can see that we've caught Zach up, and then there is a little gaggle in front of him. Now we do get an amazing exit on that last corner and then enough overspeed to get the job done on Zach. It does give us that little bit of space, so thank you very much. So hopefully you can try to tag along and in our slipstream and get the guys in front. And we can see the guys in front are battling as well, so they should be slowing each other quite far down. Now we do get a lovely run out of St. John's because they've slowed each other up. Now we do try to think about the overtake on the person in the white suit, but we are a little bit too far back, so we need to make sure that we get a good run up to the chicane, out the chicane, and get ready for going down Gasworks and catch him by surprise. Although we have just seen him look behind him there, so he does know we are there. Again, we get a good run out the chicane. We'd make sure that we try to dummy a little bit to the left, but then we just need to make sure we go for that dive bomb. Should have really left a little bit later on my brake so I can get alongside him to push him out wide mid corner. However, couldn't make that mistake, so we do slot behind him again, but that has given us enough room between the carts to make that overtake a little bit more easier. Although saying that, we are getting on to lap 9 of 13, and again, as I always say, you don't actually know how long's left when you're in the kart, but we need to make sure that if there is any moves that we do go for it. Now down the straight we actually don't lose too much speed, in fact we are gain them to push them at the end of that straight, so we need to make sure that we either going to push this person to catch the karts up in front, or indeed as soon as they make a mistake to capitalise on that and go for that overtake straight away. Now we are down to 6th position, although we've only gained 3 from the start of where we've started, but at least we have had some battles through all of this race as well. Now I will just jump to the next lap, pretty much in the same place that I ended that last lap. As we can see, we are a little bit more bunched up with Andrew leading the pack, but we need to make sure that if we do go for a move that we can catch them all off guard. Now we do get a lovely run out of this chicane here. We're not going to make the same mistake before. We're going to go left, try and dummy it, see if he couldn't see us, but then at least we're going to make sure that we go for the move and make that stick. So at least we'll get another position down to 5th place there. He couldn't get us back because we didn't make sure there's enough room going all the way around the outside. Now that is a back marker on our right, so that's not going to change the position marker, but we are able to possibly get another space in this race. And my guesstimate of the time during this race thought we were getting close to the end, so we'll need to make sure that we defend going down the straight because we don't want to lose any positions at this point. Now we don't actually lose too much time to the karts in front, which means that we are able to catch them up when we're going around to the dog leg and round the other couple of corners. So we need to make sure again we can try and catch them off guard, or indeed see exactly what they do, and they might just push each other that little bit wide, so we've got to be ready for anything. Now Andrew is going that defensive, going to first centre. Is that going to push him offline? The person in the black suit, maybe try to go around the outside, maybe was an option for us to try to dive bomb the person in the black suit going up into the chicane, but I was that little bit too far back. Now going around the chicane, see exactly if we can do the same move that we did on the person in the white suit before, but we don't have enough overspeed going down this straight. but we've got to be conscious of the car behind as well if they're going to try to overtake me. Now, because I'm going a little bit offline as well, means that I don't get the best exit, so these two carts in front are able to get that little bit away from me, and we have to be extremely conscious of the cart behind as well, because if you've ever been in a chain of carts, if one person gets through, then they all come through, and that's the last thing that we want right now after we work so hard for them 4 positions. So we need to make sure we defend down the straight. We can see the black person, or the person in the black suit is getting a little bit impatient, trying to go left, right to get round Andrew there. Now we are coming around to the dog leg. Can we make sure that we can get a good exit and get right on these bumpers again? Now Andrew, we can see he is looking behind him, so he is going to make it extremely difficult for the person in the black suit to get round, which means that this might be our time to actually get that overtake done. So we've just seen him hold him up, go around the first centre, which means he had to go around the outside to go around the second centre. Now we do give Andrew that little bit of a bump to try to make that move stick. Now we can see he is on my inside going around the chicane. Can we make it stick? Now we are currently in 4th position right now, but this is extremely difficult. He is still around my outside. The cart behind us is giving it a push down that straight as well, but we do make that stick. Now really we have only 2 laps to make this last to get a 4th position. Can we keep 4th position? Spoiler, we do. So that is actually the end of the race. There is one more lap, but nothing else happens, so I will jump to the next race now. Right, so this is the race you've been waiting for to understand what I meant by losing the kart lottery. So we are in 4th position because that's where we finished in the last one. Now we do try to go straight to the right hand side to make sure that we don't lose any positions. Andrew does take that little bit left. He's got a massive kart. Now we do get a little bit of away from Joe. Hi Joe. However, we've just seen us lose loads of spaces around the outside. However, it might just be a little bit of a bad start. Let's get some heat into this car and we'll see exactly what we can do. Now we do give Joe a little bit of a tap going around there. I get a little bit of tap around the back end as well, so I do apologise for any sort of contact, but it does happen, especially on the first lap. So we do try to settle into 5th place. We will go defensive because we don't lose any more. Now at this time, this card seems okay. We haven't had anything on the straight yet, but we'll see exactly what we can do. Now the person with that we were battling with beforehand with the white suit is gone. He is away. Andrew settled into 3rd place where he was beforehand, so we'll see exactly what we can do. Now do apologise Joe, I know you tapped the back of your helmet. I am not fast enough or close enough to do that to you, and being honest, I would never go around the outside like you try to do on that corner. Now we do lose a spot to Zach there, and we can see he's just, even though he overtook us, just gone out that corner, which is maybe a more omen, which is what's going to happen on the straight. So take your bets now. How many spaces might I lose going down the straight? At this point I became a little bit defeated when I'm thinking, hold on, why is everyone getting a little bit away? And then we get 1, hello Dan, bye Dan, 2, 3, 4, there's another one on my outside, and at this point this is just when I went backwards. You saw my hand go up. Straight away I'm defeated at that point in the head. Although we can try to make the best of a bad job and make the moves where we can, even though we are lacking on power. Now we do lose that space going into St. John's. There's another person in a red suit. Now I'm going flat out at that point. We weren't at a braking point and they were already in front of us at the corner. I didn't lose too much speed at St. John's. I can safely say, unfortunately, this is the worst kart that I've ever driven at KNE. But great news, the new fleet is on its way at the beginning of April. So the next round of KNE will actually be the old karts. Fingers crossed they don't have this one in the fleet, that's all I'm asking. I don't mind the rest of them because even the bad ones are within a couple of tenths of each other, and there's 1 or 2 good ones. But as we can see, it's been 1 lap. We've went from 4th position down to 15th, and I'm not the worst driver, but we're losing positions down the straight. We can see I'm driving with 1 hand right now. I'm just waiting for someone to overtake us down the straight. There they go. Hi Sam. Bye Sam. She's maybe had a bit of a mare as well throughout the day with in the first race to qualify so far back. But In this race, you've probably seen my other video where it's about hand positions. Because I had so much time to think about what I was doing, I was able to mess around a little bit with maybe some content. And since nothing's really happening on the footage so far, it gives us time to thank everybody who's supported me so far, and also the new subscribers that we have gained. We are nearly at that 500 mark, so really thank you very much. And if you can give us that big push to give us some extra likes, try to watch the video all the way through, because it certainly does help the algorithms to get me seen by others. And thank you very much if you are enjoying the content, and indeed that everyone else so far that's commenting down below and giving them like. I really appreciate every single interaction that I do get with everybody, so thank you. Also, if you haven't seen already, I do have some links in my bio in my description, so if you do want to get footage like me, at least you can go on to use my promo and links in description for Insta360, where you can get the Insta360 Go 3S, or indeed if you want to go that little bit extra, you've got the X4 and all them other gadgets that they have. You also have a link for my Instagram social, as well as my merch store on a fourth wall. So I appreciate any support that anyone ever gives, but I may as well end the video there, and I'll see you on the track next time.